Hey guys, this is Matt and Laura, and we are getting ready to start our K-12 art chat, and looking forward to it because this is the first time that we are going to be doing a whole entire Matt and Laura show. No, I'm kidding. K-12 art chat. So looking forward to it. It is on thinking routines, and yeah, can't wait to get our conversation started. So, I guess introductions are in order. We have our host of Mona Lisa Lives Here, and she is leading our chat tonight. And I'm Matt from Texas. I teach K through 5 elementary art, and Grundler Art is over there.
Hi. This is funny to me because we were joking that it's kind of, are you going to be bored watching us the whole time? I think you might. But
You might.
See.
Who knows?
I'm Laura. I'm visual arts coordinator for K-12 art in our district, and I'm really excited for every Thursday night to learn from you guys. So thanks for being here.
All right, let's bring it on. Hopefully everyone's talking now. I was talking to my friend Natalie, and this was kind of a challenge for her that, let's see, who's our live viewer? Any live viewers?
I just tweeted question 5.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh. Laura's getting ahead of herself. She's a little on the tired side. She decided to go right for question number 5.
It's been retracted.
Oh, good. Okay. Good, and we're safe.
Is anybody out there?
Is anybody watching? Hopefully you are. I'll send out a tweet here real quick. Be sure to check out our... Hey, we got the second person. Who's the second person following us? Rich. And hey, Rich, how's it going? Be sure to check out our chat on Periscope. And it's actually under our K-12. It's not under mine. So, oh, hi. Dropping the phone. Bad place to be. All right, so check our chat on Periscope at K-12 Art Chat. So be sure to follow us on K-12 Art Chat on Periscope as well as Twitter. And yeah, looking forward to this evening. How are we doing here?
We got Stacy and Chris and a young lady named Miss Clay.
All right. Hi, Miss Clay.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can join us. I just saw that Mona Lisa just favored the tweet about the questions and the formats. Don't forget, we're doing Q1, A1. So
there's Marty.
Whenever, hey, Marty Kletz. He's he's one of the brains behind the Magic School Bus. So be sure to check him out and follow him as well. Yeah, whenever you answer a question, Joy's in here. Cool. Whenever you answer a question, make sure you put A1 or A2, depending on the question that you're answering. So that should be pretty straightforward, I think. But, yeah. Question number 1. Are we on question number 1 yet? No, not yet. I think we have about 2 more minutes. Anybody into Artful Thinking or any of those other thinking routines would be really good. You guys can type in stuff on Periscope as well. It's kind of like a dual tweet, I guess. Yeah. I'm kind of running out of stuff to talk about. We've got, hey, Samantha Melvin's here. Awesome. And I tried to make sure to get everybody. Don't forget to participate in Reflect 31, as well as the
Question 1.
the creatables. We have a link that I tweeted out, and it'll go out later tonight too. All right, question number 1 is, let's talk about artful thinking. How do you help students at art and share what they see? Well, I've become a huge advocate for artful thinking, and I have learned the ways of the see, think, wonder. I started out really simple and just doing it with all my grade levels, and I had first graders that were doing that, and it was really kind of cool. Hey, Marty's on our Periscope now. That's pretty neat. Hey, Marty. And as I got comfortable doing it, I spent like a whole week practicing the see, think, wonder, and then as I went up on as I got comfortable with it, I then went with my older grades and started doing the perceive, know, and care about. And that's kind of a little bit higher level of thinking, even more than just the see, think, wonder. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm a huge lover of the artful thinking, and all because of Carolyn Armbruster over at the Trammell Crow here in Dallas. So, yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. This is our first time that we're actually doing a simulcast of our chat, and we've got some guest artists here as well in our house.
You want to say hi? Hi. You're talking to all the art teachers.
All the art teachers that are watching.
What did you ask me yesterday about kindergarten? Do they have
Art.
Do they have art in kindergarten?
And I said, yes, they do. And who's going to be your teacher?
Your art teacher.
Daddy.
Daddy. Yeah.
So, joys of being an elementary art teacher is you can have your kids go to school with you. So it would be really interesting because I'll have 2 there. And so, yeah. So anyway, all the stars are here. Okay. All right, Joy. So, yes, we've got Dave Burgess who favored or retweeted the thing about our chat tonight, so that might help a little bit. I tried to include our friends at EdBeat and our friends at TLAP as well. The neat thing about this is that, you know, it can be used for anything, not just in art. Okay, so that's the cool thing, and that's what I really like to push about artful thinking. Is yes, it includes artwork, but it doesn't have to just be done in the art classroom. Question number 2 has not dropped yet. So, also, just a little heads up, next week's special guest is going to be our guest host is going to be Kara Weltley, and hopefully I said your last name right. Just like me, I understand having a hard last name to pronounce. And she's going to be talking about goal setting done in a creative way, so that should be really interesting. And I kind of read through her questions as she was sending them to me, and they are right in line, I think, with what K-12 is all about, K-12 Art Chat is all about. So, all right, favor that, and favor that, retweet that. What?
Stacy says, Stacy Lord, I love you.
Stacy Lord, she is watching the Republican debate, and apparently it's slowing down her internet connection tonight. So we hope you are able to.
I have certain things to say that I am holding back on.
Okay, let's not go there. It's not about the debates right now. It is about art and artful and thinking in a different way. So. Hopefully, people saw my first little YouTube clip that I added to my first answer, which had to do with a favorite movie in our house, especially with our children, of the movie Lion King, and Rafiki, the monkey, telling Simba to look harder, and I thought that was kind of apropos for our discussion this evening. So. Tim Needles is in our conversation right now. Hopefully he'll join us on Periscope too. That would be good.
Best vines ever.
Yes, he is the Vine master. So
Here's question 2. Did you see it?
I did not. Question number 2
Just did it.
is...
Describe the formal thinking routines.
Oh, yeah. Describe as Laura's feeding those to me. Here, I got it. Describe the formal thinking routines you use to help your students explore art and creativity. Well, I still, like I said, I love using the See, Think, Wonder. It's a really good way and non-threatening way, I guess, because they sit there and they observe and they think about, focusing on one thing in particular and what that thing might do or what that thing might feel or, something about those lines, something along those lines. And it's just such a neat feeling when you can get kids to just say, oh, the picture's pretty, or, oh, it's got neat color. When they can actually talk about not ever seeing the piece of artwork before and being able to create their own story to go with it. And I think that's kind of really exciting for us as teachers and for them as students. So, yeah, so that's kind of where we are with that. Let's see, how are we doing here? Who else is watching us other than Marty? It says 2 other people, but I can't see who they are. 2 more viewers. 3 live viewers. I don't know. Uh-oh. I have it. There we go. Little technical difficulty there. If you are watching us Periscope, can you say who you are? Because it's not coming up on who you are other than Marty. So maybe I'm not following those people. So...
Okay, so can you read some of the responses, Matt?
Yes, I can. Joy said on question number 1, which was, how do you help students look at art and share and see art? She says she has her students create blend space. Ooh, that's a good one. A blend space folder to show thinking. Blend space is really good. I've started to use it. I haven't used it in the classroom yet, but I'm just kind of learning the ins and outs of it yet. But it is a really neat program that you don't have to... You can share links out with students and put all of your references, all of your websites and everything all into one place. And that way the students can look at it, like if they're sick or something for a day and miss out on important teaching, then they can go back and work on that while you're helping the rest of the class get back into that. Judy says that her project presentations, critiques of student work, Google Form critiques, and digital portfolios. So that's kind of a way to get them to share art and to see things a little bit deeper or a little bit differently. Let's see here. Question number... Oh, I need to pull up a K-12 column here. Let me do that real quick. That's part of the problem. All right. So, Mona Lisa kind of agrees with Judy in the fact that BlendSpace is a terrific site. We have Martha from Texas joining us.
Around the corner of us.
Is she? Where's she from? Where in Texas?
West Plano.
Oh, okay. Well, then there you go. Yeah, that is right around the corner from where we are. All right, we have Julie Carmine in our chat as well. Let's see, we have Angie in our chat. Did question 3 drop yet?
I think it must. Oh yes, just did.
Just did? Okay.
Do you have a no, you don't have a column for Mona Lisa, probably.
No, I don't.
Okay, so she says, you want me to read it?
I got it.
Okay.
Says, what are some informal thinking routines, prompts, informal, you use with your students, and why is it important? Well, there are, that I use anyway. I always ask the students, how does it make you feel? Actually, that's Laura's answer of how to make you feel. I ask a lot. Sorry, I'm reading the scheduled tweets.
My answer.
I'm reading the scheduled tweets. Hi, C. Neville. Glad you're in our Periscope chat tonight. I said, looking at it and asking, what do you like about it? How does it make you, how does it make you feel? Because that's Lars. What else can you add to it? And the reason why it's important is because the students need to not be satisfied with just looking at the surface and just saying, as I said earlier, oh, it looks pretty, or oh, it's really colorful. So, I think that's important. So you got to be able to look past all that surface stuff sometimes. Actually, a lot of the time. So, all right. So let me give my mouth a rest here, and I'll let Laura talk for just a minute.
So I'm gonna hold it because when you do it, it's always like really high. Hi. I think that the informal. Well, he already said that I say, "How does it make you feel?" But I also think that it's important just to slow down and say to the kids, "Have you taken the time to really be quiet and look?" I know that sounds weird or maybe even a little harsh, but just stop. Sometimes it's good to just stop and look. For all of us, right? Like, we just need to slow down. And I think kids are living in this fast-paced world. And when we're looking at art, it's just really important to be in a quiet place and really take the time to look at every edge, every contour, and really get a feeling for what it is you're looking at. So just telling kids hey, let's take a breather here and take some time to really look at it and think about what we're looking at. So that would be my biggest thing. Slow down.
All right. Just noticed that we have Nick Hahn in our chat tonight, and Rachel Poth. Let's see, who else?
Marty says he can't multitask. He's either going to stay with Twitter.
You know what? This is why we pre-tweet all of our questions. Not pre-tweet all of our questions. We got Mr. Chris Parker's in our chat this evening as well. And I'm going to favor that right now. Natalie, I hope you're watching our chat, because you were really frustrated with kind of how to do it all, and this is what I'm trying to do. So, yeah. Anyway, let's move on. And
really like her notes.
Whose notes?
Mona Lisa's.
Ah.
Here's some notes on visible thinking. Scan them if you can. Pretty self-explanatory.
Cool.
Did you know that she spent a whole week at Harvard?
I did not. That's pretty impressive. Hi, Brenda. Glad you're in our chat. Miss Neville, I'm glad you gave me a heart. Thanks. So, yeah, these notes, these are really cool. I'm guessing she did that with
I think she did it with Adobe Sketch. She has a different pen. It's not
the 53.
Yeah, it's not 53.
Okay. It looks, the way it was painted and stuff on the back, it kind of looks like the sketchbook.
Yeah, it's similar, but I think it's Adobe Sketch.
Okay.
But I did like just now how you showed your screen. I think that's helpful.
Okay. All right, let's see. Judy says for question number 2, she likes to describe the facts, analyze, and use ENP. What's ENP?
I should know that one.
She likes to interpret the artist's meaning. She has the students interpret the artist's meaning and judge constructively. So, that's always important, especially with visualizing and thinking about things.
No, what is it? The P is perceive. Okay, I'd have to Google it.
Okay, don't worry about it. If anybody knows what the E and the E and P stands for, let us know. So, yeah, we're all very tired, and our 3 kids are upstairs making their way up and down the stairs occasionally, so. So don't forget to follow each other. You got to grow that PLN, so. All right. Are we on question 4 yet?
That is so cool. Are you wanting to show that to someone?
What? Oh, okay. We've got some Lego activity art going on here upstairs. This is what they're making. She brought it down to show everybody. So that is our a Lego piece. What's that called?
A car boat.
A car boat. Very cool. All right, cool. Thank you.
Okay, here me too.
Okay, well, I think you can probably help her.
You guys.
Okay, cool. Why don't you go see what she needs? So. Question number 4. Question number 4 is, how do your students show and their peers
I'm coming.
show you and their peers what they're thinking by using sketchbooks or logbooks or discussions? I know that I primarily do discussion a lot more than I do anything else, but I know that I really want to get into doing more and with journals or sketchbooks. So I really want to try and do that. I'm not exactly sure how that's all going to work, but that's definitely something I want to try and do. So.
Sorry.
Potty break.
Potty break.
Yeah, so.
Well, I like Michelle says she did vines.
Ooh.
Making vines to interpret students' favorite is for sure the discussion. That is great, yeah.
Yeah, because that gives them a short amount of time to get to say what they need to say. And so you make a vine, which is only 6 seconds long, and then the kids can say what they need to very quickly and get that done. So, or they can make it into an action piece, based on like a stop animation almost. Let's see here. Heather Alexander says that her students keep a notebook, more science class interactive notebook than sketchbook, but that's where they develop and show ideas. And that's, once again, that it is so important for the integration between art and all those other subject areas. So that's really awesome, Heather. I'm already following her. That's pretty cool. She's a ceramics instructor in Florida. Let's see. Martha says that some informal routines that she does is, she says, always conversing with her students about their work, and have students engage with each other informally too. And so, that self-critique or that student-led critique is always important, because they get used to explaining back and forth with each other. And that becomes a big thing, especially here in Texas, where we have the VASE competition, which is the Visual Arts and Scholastics event. And high school students, I should say, are given an interview process with a piece of artwork, and they kind of talk about different things that inspired them through that piece, and things that led them to where they are. So, which is a really important, feature when discussing things. So the sooner we can get them discussing, the better. It's very important for them to be able to talk about them, be able to talk about what they need to and have it actually make sense. So, all right. Still, my answer to question number 4 has not dropped yet. I think I was a little off on my questions there. Let's go back through here. Creativity Bank. Don't know them. They said that in question number 2 about formal thinking routines, they say that they use an art packet to allow for sketches and notes. So a little bit of like a notebook. These are used to develop the ideas and creative exploration. I like that idea. Kind of putting some paper together to create a notebook. Chris Parker says that he's going to try and have kids, or is that you saying that? No, that would be him.
Oh, he's saying he's going to try to have kids do sketchnoting on their iPads.
Ooh, oh yeah, he's all about the iPad technology and using that, so which is cool. So he's going to have the kids do some sketchbooks, sketch noting through their projects that he and Laura went to iPad Palooza. No, it wasn't a rock concert. It was a iPad conference. So.
Nick is there right now. She's at the one in Minnesota.
She is in the one in Minnesota.
You missed question 5.
I missed question 5?
Did you read it? It's already open.
I haven't yet because I was more distracted by my question. I answered a 4 was not dropping. So let's see. Question number 5. Is it more important to share displayed or finished artwork or works in progress, or does it matter? This was kind of a tough question because you have a little bit of both. My answer to question 5 was the fact that, I always tell kids that art is never truly finished. So if you get the finished piece of art, then the kids are like, oh, well, I'm done because it's hanging up and I'm all finished. But then you get the ones that aren't finished, and you can still add to it, and you can still add to it to the ones that the kids think that they're finished.
You just gotta push them.
Yeah, you just have to find that right direction to push them. Give them a little nudge. So, I think if you were to do like a walking gallery, maybe with the unfinished pieces, maybe have the kids do like a critique of the unfinished ones or ones they feel are finished, and see what other people have to say, because that's always, important as well, to take other people's advice and see where it takes you. So, yes?
No, I'm just tired.
Oh, okay.
Question 6 just went out.
Already?
Already.
There was a question 6?
Yes.
That must be a bonus question.
It's a bonus question.
Ah, that tricky Mona Lisa. She says, any ideas on how to exhibit or display works in progress?
Scrolling television, like scrolling screen.
Scrolling screen?
Like you take pictures of them and you scroll them.
Oh.
Or you have like a scrolling gallery. I don't know.
What if you just did a walking gallery? Like I was just mentioning. So, answer number 6. Try a walking gallery. Try a walking gallery of all unfinished. Take input. And see where it takes you. K-12, our chat, and tweet. There we go. see what people have to say about that. Let's see here. So, do you want to say, not to forget about Fab Arts Friday, where you make some art and you display it on the hashtag of Fab Arts Fry, and we'll see. Would love to see everybody's artwork up there, everything they make. We also have Reflect 31 going on right now as well for the month of August, in conjunction with our chat, and K-12 Art Challenge. And so be sure to follow us on K-12 Art Challenge as well as Reflect 31. And it should come up here on Twitter in just a second, but and we also have it connected to a gallery for a site called Creatables. So be sure that you use that link that I post on Twitter to upload your stuff to the gallery, so that way everybody can see it. Just another avenue for that to happen. So see here. So apparently Michelle Comps likes my idea of doing a walking gallery. She does it, and it shows she likes to see a lot of the growth and the change and the progress.
Oh, there's just 7.
So,
She just keeps them coming.
bonus. What are some ideas for students to share their process with an audience? High tech or low tech, video, AR,
Augmented reality.
or mapping?
That's pretty sweet.
Well, I know of one that I'm going to be testing out this year. I know that I do a little bit with Twitter in my classroom, where I show the progress of students. I know that one that I'm going to be trying out this year is going to be the digital portfolio.
How do you spell Aurasma?
Aurasma?
That app, Aurasma.
I have no idea.
Okay, I'll find it.
Digital portfolio with creatables. Let's see, so that's 1. Digital portfolio, creatables is 2. Instagram's always a good one. Instagram. And I think just straight out, blog. If you have a classroom website or something like that, it's always good. Something as simple as PowerPoint. I mean, it doesn't have to be super duper fancy. Just taking the pictures and putting them onto somewhere to be able to show them. It's always good. Laura, do you have any ideas?
I'm trying to write and
sorry.
I find this challenging to have this going the whole time.
Yeah, it is kind of challenging. That's why we're testing it out today.
So I was thinking about Kim Pacer, who did Aurasma, and she teaches an art and media class, and she hung photographs on the wall in the hallway, and then students walking by could use the Aurasma app, or parents, and see the animations that were in progress and being made.
Yeah.
and because you can update it periodically. It's so it was pretty cool.
That is a neat idea. Well, this is going quite well. I'm a little unsure of how long it was actually going to go tonight, but we are at 9:05 right now. Mona Lisa is telling everyone thank you for being a part of the chat tonight.
I haven't even gotten to say hi to everybody tonight.
It's been a tough one from the get-go. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off from Periscope and just wrap up our chat tonight. Thank you so much for everybody who was in here. For all 5 of you people who are in here as a total. Yeah, like I said, don't forget about Fab Arts Friday tomorrow. Don't forget about Kara Wetley next week, talking about goal setting creatively. Reflect 31. And if you need any incentive, inspiration, I guess, go to grunlerart.com and check out our blog page that has all of our stuff in there for our chat, so or our challenge. Yeah, so I'll see you guys later. So as I say at the end of my tweets about following, have a creative day, and I hope it was a creative one. So, Laura?
As we always say, wishing you creativity. Have a Fab Arts Friday. See you later.
All right.